It's Dr. Steve, master of the subconscious mind, and Doctor Who fixes 100% of orthopedic issues not related to cancer, fracture, infection. And I just created the most amazing cheat sheet for nutrition that anybody could have ever come up with. This thing is unreal, and if you guys follow it, you reverse or eliminate all the age-related diseases. And the reason being is that this cheat sheet and the supplements that are listed, they actually will help you convert your glucose and convert it to energy and efficiently, and lower the oxidative damage by following these rules. And by doing that, you eliminate all those age-related diseases: heart disease, dementia, Alzheimer's, neurodegenerative diseases, right? All these age-related diseases are preventable and reversible. And nutrition is only a component of this, though, right? So I break down genetics, and sometimes I take it further with people. I look at these single nucleotide polymorphisms in their DNA, and I say, hey, you're more predispositioned to have this illness because here you have this FADS gene in this transsulfurization cycle, which means that you don't metabolize these fats well. And if we don't metabolize the fats, it builds up, it causes high amounts of peroxynitrate, damaging the gut, leading to dementia and heart disease. So we can easily say if you genetically don't metabolize fats well, it might be pretty good to say that you need some excess carnitine to optimize this this Krebs cycle, right? So we utilize those fats and we don't rush down and activate that oxidative pathway leading to illness. But again, nutrition and looking at DNA, that's a huge part of it. But what's amazing is the component that goes with the subconscious mind and your thoughts and your attitude, because it's our environment that actually causes gene expression. It's how you're actually living, the lifestyles, the chemicals you're cleaning with, what you're exposed to in the environment, right? And your thoughts, because a host that's in the right vibrational frequency is unbothered by any pathogen or chemical that's out there. So you have people that live into their 90s and 100s with poor lifestyles, and granted, they could have lived longer probably and healthier if they actually followed the rules I created. But at the same time, your thoughts create your reality, and they prevent gene expression. And it goes deeper, because it's not just I'm going to have a positive mental attitude, and I say that there's positive toxicity, right? It's denial, internalization, denial, and disconnection from emotion that you put in the back of the mind to push through life, that actually manifests later on as symptoms in your life, as stressful situations and pain in the physical body, and disease, right? Disease in the mind becomes disease in the body. So that gene expression is only activated because of the internalization, denial, and disconnection of emotion that you have put there. So it's not all diet, even though it's important. It's a huge component. But the other component is what's going on in the subconscious mind? What have you denied or internalized or brought in from a past life or inherited epigenetically that's running a pattern? How are you programmed as a child? Because all those cause gene expression that leads to dis-ease. It causes oxidation of the body because it disrupts our electron flow, right? Our body has all the chemical components that are needed. It's the most amazing pharmacy there is. And your thoughts produce neuropeptides that actually activate certain chemical pathways and enzyme processes and hormonal production. So let's just say, people want to say, oh, I forgave that person. They mistreated me, they cheated on me, there was betrayal, but they pushed through it, but they still hold on to the resentment and the anger and the disappointment. On a subconscious level, they say time heals wounds, but it usually doesn't, because people don't deal with the situation. And the devil is not, and hell does not truly exist. It's a manifestation of what you're actually creating within the mind. That's why Jesus would go and disappear for 40 days and 40 nights, and he would meditate and say, I'm going to go battle the devil. He wasn't physically battling, right? It was a metaphor. He's dealing with the thoughts in the subconscious mind, because in an expression of pure love, you heal, and you have the ability to heal others. So when you internalize, deny, or disconnect from that trauma and that painful experience, you actually created that with your subconscious mind because of the belief systems. And people have all kinds of belief systems. I see it all the time. Women come in my office and they have a program, I like bad boys, right? So what are you attracting in your life? You're attracting bad boys. Men are unfaithful, right? Women are, all they care about is money, right? These are the things that are programmed that are creating that illness. right? It's happening for you and not to you. The disease is just the strange love language of the universe. And so we always want to pay attention to our nutrition and be mindful of what we're putting in our bodies, because those are the cofactors that we need to create the right hormonal production to balance out our neurotransmitters, to eliminate waste product and toxins, right? Those are all important, right? But our thoughts are chemistry too. And they actually change the way that food moves through our intestine. They change the body's liver's ability to detoxify and produce antioxidants. It affects the neurotransmitters and the mood, right? It's not just food that does that, it's our thoughts that do that. So you can go at it different ways, but we want to go at it every which way. And so you have the power to heal. It is within you, but you have to actually be aware. And so all I'm doing when I look at people's single nucleotide polymorphism and saying, oh, this is expressed because you have these symptoms, I don't just look at their nutrition. I look at the emotions behind the epigenetic expression, because if you look at oxalates, what are oxalates? Oxalates are these compounds in plants that basically are protective, right? And these lipopolysaccharides, and which are endotoxins, and these oxalates damage the lining of the intestines, the mucosal barrier, and so it decreases your immunity, and it disrupts your body's ability to make hormones, to make neurotransmitters. It creates weak protein bonds, right? There's lots of things that happen with sulfation, and oxalates disrupt that. So oxalates in themselves, emotionally, they're protective, right? There's like a sheath around them to protect the plant, right? Because some plants are actually toxic if you're not in the right vibrational frequency. So in that, then, since those are protective, you have to look at it and be like, oh, well, what are our thoughts? And so if you have hidden secrets, things you don't want to show to the world, you act differently in public than you do at home, and there's things you don't want to portray about yourself, you're not completely authentic, because authenticity is healing in itself. Not caring what anybody thinks and being a true expression of yourself from your heart is very powerful. It's probably one of the most important things, because it's self-love, and when you feel fulfilled from within, you can actually assist and help others. So it's hidden secrets. Oxalates are hidden secrets, and all of a sudden now you can actually heal your gut by expressing yourself authentically and not being ashamed or worried about what other people think. So there's no reason for hidden secrets. But these are the things that people are not aware of, and so they think they're healed and they think they don't have problems, but they have the disease, but the disease has a meaning. There's an expression for a reason. The universe is communicating with you in the love language of the universe, which is the gift, pains, fears, and challenges of life. And it's not a prison sentence, it's just a lesson. So all we have to do is find the meaning, and spontaneous remission is real, and it happens.